Hello, welcome back to Disney's Dreamlight Valley. I hope that you're all doing very well out there. So we have actually leveled the Fairy Godmother up to level 7 for our next quest. But I did notice while I was doing that, suddenly a quest appeared for Merlin as well, in which we have to sort out the business of the Forgotten. So I would like to try and get both of these done today. So I'm going to start with Merlin, but I want to talk to the Fairy Godmother just to get her one triggered off. Right, Andrew, thank goodness you're here. May I ask you to take up the mantle of substitute Fairy Godparent once again? Sure, I'd love it. Oh, that makes me so happy. You see, I'm afraid I'm a bit turned around and completely forgot something I meant to do for Minnie. I feel like you're overworking. Nonsense, child. A fairy godparent is never overworked. Though I do appreciate a bit of help on occasions such as now. Would you prepare a nice comforting cup of peppermint tea for Minnie? I can do that. Splendid. Here's the recipe. Ooh, peppermint tea. It's one of my favourite teas. Okay, so we will do that. Bibbidi bobbidi oops. But we're going to go and find Merlin first. So as you can see, they're hanging around a lot more up here now since I put this chairs and things up. I haven't said... Right, so because I made Fairy Godmother a gardener, I mean, after all, I thought she might appreciate it considering it's outside her pumpkin house. Might as well do this again while she's still with me. I've kind of noticed there seems to be a little bit more sunlight coming over to this area now since the update. I will just apologise now. I'm hoping that you can't hear it. But I have a neighbour that seems to be completely and utterly tone deaf. So if you do hear a little bit of music or some vibrations from it at least, I do apologise. I mean, I can't hear it, so I'm hoping that you won't be able to. Alright, so let's... Oh, what did I miss? Right, okay, so let's go back to the house. Just to get the thing up. Well, actually, Merlin's there, so let's talk to him as well. Right, hello Merlin.
Well, hello.
Andrew, the Fairy Godmother has informed me of all that went on through the dreamscape. I hope having to live out someone else's memories wasn't too terribly discombobulating for you. I want to talk to you about that. Of course, tell me, what would you love, what have you surmised? I learned that you gave pretty good advice. That's very true, but what specifically are you referring to? You gave the Forgotten some great advice. It's too bad they weren't ready to hear it yet. Really, which memory was it? What did I say? You said that no matter what we leave behind, there are some things that must never be forgotten. Things like...
How amusing!
friendship, love and care. Of course, that was rather wise of me, wasn't it? You need only look skyward everywhere in the valley to see what happens when we do forget. You have noticed the rips in the sky, haven't you? Why, the very fabric of reality is coming undone around us.
Closely.
To find the forgotten and stop this, we'll need something connected to the forgotten. Something left behind. Like what? The forgotten hasn't left anything behind that I've noticed. Ah, but that's where you're wrong. Follow me. I've uncovered something at Mickey's house that's sure to help us. It'll be easier to understand once you've seen it. Oh, that might explain why there's the split going on in Mickey's house then. Because look, there's a tear just there.
Well, hello.
Observe that on the roof of Mickey's house, it's not just the rips in the sky. There's dark magic bleeding through the very fabric of reality. Fortunately, the phenomenon is quite localized. Only certain places seem to be affected. Maybe these places were important to the forgotten. Yes, though I hypothesize that it's not the places themselves, but something inside of them. Yes.
Off with you now. Lots to do, lots to do.
I probably suspect it might be Mickey himself. Oh. Now let's see. Ah, a book of fairy tales. Oh dear, it's positively saturated with dark magic. It must have been the Forgotten's once. There's no other explanation. We've got something that belonged to the Forgotten. What's next? I'm afraid for the enchantment we'll need at least 3 more forgotten relics just like this. Where do I find them? You must keep an eye out for more places where the dark magic is seeping through into our world. They could be anywhere in the village. Some of the relics might be quite special, others more mundane, but they'll have dark magic emanating from them, just like this one does. Got it. Find the relic, save the village. Ah ha ha. That's... oh, I didn't mean that to sound like I was laughing, because that's not what it's coming out as. That's not all. We also must obtain the story behind each relic. Stories hold a magic all of their own. Andrew, uncover the stories and you'll be able to harness the magic. You must discover why these things were of such importance to the Forgotten. You find the first one in Mickey's house perhaps. Mickey knows the story behind it. I'll look around the village and go and talk to Mickey. Thanks, Merlin.
I tip my hat to you, though I prefer not to take it off.
Right, so now we've got to talk to Mickey. So I've got to find other places that have got these books in as well. So I could probably be doing... actually, do you know what? Let's just say bye for now. So she's not... I will just quickly go in and make that tea. See how much quicker it is to get your energy up in here. Right, so recipe for peppermint tea. So it's like a lemon. I'm not sure what the other one is, but see, there was a time I was going to say there was a time when they actually just put it here for you. They keep saying I've used, but this is a new recipe to me. Right, so let's go out, look on the map to find where Mickey and Minnie are. Right, well actually they're both in their own respective houses. Right, well there's Mickey, so let's talk to Mickey first.
Hey there!
Gosh, Andrew, things around the village aren't looking so good. Those cracks in the sky are pretty scary. Is there anything I can do to help? Maybe you can. Does this look familiar? A book of fairy tales. You betcha. That's been in my house for just about as long as I can remember. I think it once belonged to the forgotten. Do you know the story behind it? It's funny, now that you show it to me, I am remembering everything. When you were just a little kid, we read this together. At first, I'd read it to you, and then one day, all of a sudden, you were old enough to read it to me. Oh, and sometimes we just make up our own stories to go along with the pictures. I wish I could remember this. It's a pretty special book. Lots of stories about brave heroes, heroics and evil villains, and everything comes out right just in time for the happily ever after. Maybe we could read it again together someday. Oh, I'd love that. We haven't read together since... Hey, now that I think about it, the last time we read this together was right about before the forgetting. But, gosh, that wasn't really you, was it? It was the forgotten. They left the book with me. They seemed pretty mad, but I think deep down they were really sad about something. Gee, I hope we can help the forgotten out. Mickey, the storybook, the magic coming off of it is stronger than ever. You've done a lot to help. Now I'll do my part to try and save the forgotten. Right, okay, so we've done Mickey. So that has now cleared his house. Right, no, we were going to see Minnie, wasn't we? Hello, Minnie. There we go.
I'm so glad you came by.
A cup of peppermint tea. Oh, Andrew, that is so sweet. The fairy godmother asked me to bring it to you. Oh, how kind. Could you ask her to come see me when she has a moment? I don't want to ask more of her when she's constantly helping everyone, but she enchanted something in my house and, well, there seems to be a problem with it. What do you mean? Well, every night the phonograph she enchanted for me changes to something strange. Could you please ask her to fix it? Sure, I'll even take a photo of the problem to show her. That's a wonderful idea, thank you.
Goodbye.
Right, so she said the phonograph. Where is her phonograph? You know, it's the first time I've actually seen any of the characters. She's got a game? Oh, wow. Right, where is the phonograph? Is there something I'm missing here? Is it this? Oh. Right, I'm assuming that's what she meant. Oh, okay, so what I've just taken a photo is meant to be a phonograph. Okay, that makes a lot of sense now. Right, so I do need to look at some of the other houses.
This would be the perfect day to be at sea.
Well, nobody's stopping you from going to sea. Well, actually, maybe they are. Right, sorry, I don't mean to keep doing that. Right, so where is the fairy godmother? She is back at her place. I'm going to have to move this because it keeps hiding me every time I... Thank you, my dear. I hope Minnie liked the peppermint tea you brought her. She did, but she's having a little problem with the phonographs you enchanted for her. Oh dear, is my magic misbehaving? That will never do. Tell me, Andrew, what is the enchantment doing? Here, look at this. A picture? Gracious, how did you do this? It's called a camera. It makes magical paintings. Well, I'd say it's very useful. I'll go help Minnie with her magical problem right away. Oh, but then I'll be late to help the other villagers. Let me deal with it. I'm sure I can help. Of course you can, dear. And you know, there may be a very way to enchant your camera so it not only creates these still images, but can also keep my enchantments in their proper state. Now then, what could we use? Oh, let's start with the diamonds, crystals, glass to reveal the enchantment. Then add dream shards to seal the spell. It will need a lens I could add to my camera. Maybe Wally has one to spare. I'll ask him. Wonderful. Once you have everything, bring it to me and I'll enchant the lens to add my magic to yours. Ho, ho, ho. There's going to be a marvel. This is going to be a marvel indeed.
That does it. Goodbye.
Well, I hope it will be a marvel. Because... Right, so, her place is okay then. Ah, Scar. I bet Mother Gothel was going to be another one. Right, he'll probably appear outside if I Oh no, he hasn't. Okay. Right, where is he? Where are you, Scar? Oh, yeah, I need to ask Wally, don't I, about... Oh, it looks like it, yeah, he's in there. Oh, once I've spoken to Scar, I actually want to go into Scrooge's shop and show you something. Right, oh. You know, I hadn't come in here for a few days and... What is this doing here? Let me guess, this is something to do with,
Oh, goody.
Hey, Andrew, just who I was thinking of. By my estimations, you're doing a rather poor job ruling over this valley. Well, it looks more like the sky is falling in. Are you sure you wouldn't be happy with someone more cunning in charge? Nice try, Scar. I have no idea what you mean, but if you haven't come here to ask me to reign over the valley, then what do you want? I found something in your cave. I need to ask you... I think it used to belong to the Forgotten. It might be the key to stopping the Forgotten's plans. Do you know the story behind it? No. I've never seen it before. Why do I get the vibe you are lying? Oh, I have absolutely no idea. Besides, why would I want to remember such a hideous, charmless image of me? Aha! So you admit it's a drawing of you. Please, Scar, this might be the only way to stop the Forgotten and save the valley. Fine, if it must to ensure I have a kingdom left to rule over, then I'll tell you. And I suppose you have the closest thing I have to, well, someone I tolerate. You made it this far. You made this for me, Andrew, when you were just a cub. It hardly captures my likeness, but I admit I found it rather nice to receive a gift, even such a pitiful one. I've kept it ever since. Thanks, Scar. Your story might help me to stop the forgotten. Do have a bit of mercy for the forgotten. Oh, he wants you to have mercy for him. Wow. Okay, I'll think I forgive you, Scar. Imagine what that must think, watching you ruling over all that the light touches while they are consigned to the shadows. I know all too well how that feels.
You did it. Huzzah.
Okay, and I'm getting the impression this is something to do with the fairy godmother. Oh, I just noticed some pictures here. Oh wow, never noticed these before. Right, biscuits, ranch salad, and he wanted. I love the fact that it says he's asleep and then suddenly he appears when. Right, I know biscuits was the other one, but what Mind you, have I even done the biscuits? Oh yes. Oh, ranch salad, that was the other one. That should be in the main courses. Right, so ranch salad, biscuits. I actually done them all for once without.
It's about time.
Descending on high to mingle with the commoners. I have your order. An acceptable tribute, I approve.
You did it. Huzzah.
Maui, do we want to talk?
Now he always has time for his
Hey, look who's here. Me. I have your order. Thanks, I really appreciate it.
Thanks, kid.
Well, hello.
Come along, we have a destiny to fulfill. I have your order.
Oh,
Thank you, my friend. Right.
thank you. You're very kind.
So I want to quickly show you something in Scrooge's shop. Something I noticed last night, actually. So now, if you go up to the items, you'll just see like a little red dot. So when you see that, that basically is telling you that you don't actually, or you haven't bought that item before.
Good day to you. Thank you kindly. Oh, greetings, neighbour. Goodbye now. Toodaloo. Oh, greetings, neighbour.
Hang on, let me just.
Thank
you kindly.
Yeah, so that's one I haven't bought before.
Greetings, neighbor. Aye. Thank you kindly.
Okay, listen. Don't take on too...
Oh, greetings, neighbor. Aye. Thank you kindly.
Right, so if you look at this, you'll see that I have bought it because it doesn't show the red dot. And obviously, if you've seen the two that I've got in my house. So again, here it's telling me I've bought this one, I've bought this one, and this one, and I bought that one.
Ooh, today could be a perfect picnic.
So this one I haven't.
Goodbye now. Toodaloo. Good day to you. Hey! Thank you kindly. Good day to you. Woohoo!
So it makes it quicker and easier for you to get the items you haven't bought before.
Hey! Goodbye now. Toodaloo. Good day to you.
I do wish they'd bring the multiplayer in so that I can give the dresses and things to my sister.
Good day to you. Thank you kindly.
Right, so this is definitely new.
Greetings, neighbor.
Lilo and Stitch.
Goodbye now. Toodaloo. Oh, greetings, neighbor. Thank you kindly.
Right, so this one I have bought before. This one is new.
Good day to you. Woo! Goodbye now. Toodaloo.
And this one is new.
Good day to you. Woohoo! Bye-bye.
Okay, so all of that, by having that little red dot there to show you what you bought, or what you haven't bought, makes it so much easier to get the things. Right, I'm going to change into my Lion King trousers that I just got, or pants for Americans. Was that the ones I just bought? I said they were called Lion King. Maybe that is them. Yeah, that's them. Right, so let's go search into the different houses. I can probably speak to Wally as well. Assuming he's still around here. Nope, he's actually up the top. That's okay, we'll catch up with him in a minute. Right, I wanted to check Mother Gothel's.
These fools have no idea what magic could be controlled here.
Right, so she has nothing there. That's possibly because I thought maybe a Scar had one. So there's nothing on the Daisy. Oh, hello Ariel. It's been a while since I've seen you actually. I just realised that tree there has appeared from randomly from somewhere. So hers is okay. Stitch's place seems to be okay. Moana's is okay. Ah,
I'm so glad we met.
So right, this is where we found Ursula. So let me guess, the next one's going to be connected to Ursula. Yeah, I thought so. What's the betting she's going to be asleep? Oh, she's actually awake. So one of the things I actually have noticed is that when a quest is suddenly, sometimes they do suddenly. Oh look! Just realised that when you look at that at a certain angle, it turns into a shell. There's Ratatouille. So I wonder what the other stars will turn into then. Oh, where am I going? She's over here. I was so busy looking at the stars.
You're here.
Angelfish, have you finally come to ask for my help dealing with all the trouble in the sky? It's about time. You're right, I do need your help. Take a look.
Oh.
What is this rubble you're handing me? If you're looking to trade, you'll need to find something a bit better than all of this. I found these beach toys in the same cave that I freed you from. I think they used to belong to the Forgotten. Do you remember them? These might be the key to saving Dreamlight Valley. Now that you mention it, they do look a tad familiar. I'll tell you about them, and all it'll cost is a simple commendation. I hear everyone else around here is receiving them. Don't I deserve some accolades too? Nobody's better at making deals? Let's go with her voice, because I think that's...
Yes.
Oh, I do, don't I? Remind me to serenade you sometime free of charge. Now then, those trinkets, you used to play with them as a child. You and Moana. Moana, of course, I'll go talk to Moana. And Andrew, when you find the Forgotten and stop this little scheme, tell them to come see me. I can teach them a thing or two about getting what they want. No, because you don't get it, do you? You're telling me that they are my past. Right, so Moana's... I don't know if we're going to catch her in time. Hello, Moana. Hey, Moana, I've got something I need you to look at. Sure, Andrew. Oh, what are these? Toys. Are you sure you want to play in the sand? Shouldn't you be saving the valley? Why not both? Okay. Really though, I am here to ask you about these. I think they used to belong to the Forgotten. I was hoping you might remember them. They do look familiar, but it's like the fog's rolled over my memories of them. Focus on the memories of me. Just think of all the memories we've made together since you've come back to the village. Whoa, is so strange. The moment you said that, it's like the fog lifted. I do remember these. You and I used to play with them when you were just a little kid. It reminded me of when I was small. Played in the sand with my grandma Tala, I believe that's pronounced. How did they wind up in that cave? Well, one day I asked if you wanted to play, and it was like you couldn't hear me, as if you were really far away. That wasn't you anymore, it was the Forgotten. Then they threw these toys away in the cave and ran off. I was confused and pretty sad. It wasn't like you to do something like that. Maybe not, but the forgotten is part of me. That is the kid who played on the beach with you. That part of me is in there somewhere. Well, you were an amazing kid. If that's the part of you that has become the forgotten, I hope there's still some way to save them.
Just find me later. I'll definitely be around.
Right, so that's 3 of 4. Actually, while we're here, let's go and see if Christoph's got anything. I wonder if Merlin might be another place. I don't exactly know why I'm getting the sand for, to be honest.
Could use a few more sleds around here.
Well, you could maybe make some. I'm giving you enough money to do so. Right, so it's not Merlin's, which I'm surprised at. It's not, Ah, there we go. Oh, because this is where we found I can't remember it was. Oh, Olaf. Right, so let's see if Olaf is still here. Yep, he is.
Oh, so glad.
Andrew, I'm so glad you're here. I don't want to alarm you, but I've noticed the village seems to be broken. The sky looks angry. Unfortunately, my arms aren't long enough to give it a hug. I was hoping you could help me with that. Me? Oh, I love to help. Wait, how am I supposed to help? I found a blanket in the secret chamber. I think it used to belong to the Forgotten. Do you know anything about it? Gasp, with a fuzzy, cuddly blanket. You found it. Hooray! But I don't know too much about it. Oh, but I do know who might. Elsa, I remember it was from her room of the castle, or of course she doesn't get cold, but I think she likes being cozy sometimes. She has to know the story behind that blanket. Thanks, Olaf. I guess I'll have to talk to Elsa if we're to have any hope of stopping the Forgotten. In the meantime, I'll just find and categorize all the different kinds of rocks in the village. Great plan. I thought so. I'm calling it controlling what I can when things feel out of control.
Goodbye.
Right, so, Elsa. She's going down here. Oh. Elsa.
Excuse me. I need your help.
Andrew, I've seen what's going on up in the sky over the village. If there's any way I can help, you only have to ask. Maybe you can make an ice shield around the village. I don't know how to help myself. Well, figure this out. We always have. Well, I know there's one way we can definitely help. Take a look at this. Does it look familiar? Oh, it does look familiar from a long time ago. We think it belongs to the Forgotten. We need to know the story behind it. It's funny, just a second ago it was like my memories of all this were covered over by a mist. But then I looked at you and I thought of you, our friendship and the adventures we'd gone on together. And I remember I gave this to you. You were just a child then. You wanted to explore the ice cavern with me, but it was so cold in there, so I brought you my favourite blanket from home. And when the Forgotten split off, well, I guess they held on to it until they dropped it in the secret chamber. I wish I could remember this, but I guess the Forgotten has some of those memories. No. Well, I hope you can help pull the Forgotten back from the edge before it is too late. And if you do manage to bring them back, well, maybe I can talk with them. I know what it's like to go too far. Thanks, Elsa. That's all I need for now. The magic coming off the blanket seems stronger already.
That was fun.
Right, so bring the Forgotten relics to Merlin. And I'm guessing he's still sitting in there, even though... Actually, it's considerably dark at this moment in time. There's Stitch.
Well, hello?
Bravo, you found enough Forgotten relics for us to proceed with the enchantment. The magic coming off of them is stronger than anything the Forgotten left behind, and its story magic of that I'm certain. We mustn't tarry a moment longer. Are you ready to pass through and explore the Dark Castle? I've never been more ready. Confidence, that's exactly what you'll need, Andrew, with confidence. I know we can face any challenge. You've learned a great deal since the first day you returned to this valley. It feels like yesterday. To you, to me, it seems as though it's barely blinked my eyes, and yet so much time has passed. You've become the ruler that the Dreamlight Valley needs. Look around at all you've done, all the friends you've brought back. Andrew, I am proud of you. Now follow me and let's set the world right before I devolve into unbearable sentiment.
I couldn't have done better myself.
Right, so I'm guessing if we go outside, he'll follow suit. Come on then, Melon, let's go. Save the valley. I'm guessing it's getting darker because of the things over... What's it? Because it's not... Okay, right. Focus your magic on the relics, Andrew. By harnessing the story magic within them and the tie they have to the Forgotten, we should be able to create a doorway to the other dimension. That portal is open. All that remains is for you to walk through. And hurry, I fear Dreamlight Valley is become more unstable as we speak. I'll do my best. We've all seen that your best is more than enough, but if you face any troublesome challenges, remember, we'll always be here to aid you. While you're gone, perhaps the fairy godmother and I can consult on what we could do about all this dark magic in the sky. Well, what are we waiting for? Go on, work your magic, Andrew. Why do we stay behind and work ours? Okay. Wow. What is this? Who has come to wake me? Ah, it's you. I mean, your most humble highness. Only say the word and I'll do your bidding without so much as speaking my hinge. Don't you get bored just standing here? Why, you taught me, of course. Once I was nothing but a slab of iron with a handle. But then I awoke to the sound of your voice, whispering an enchantment. I've stood here ever since. Don't you get bored standing here? Bored? Well, no, it's peaceful here. Doors don't need much excitement, you know. All the exciting things are usually on the other side of us. That is the fate of the door. To always be stuck in between. Mostly I sleep until you wake me to let you pass. Let me pass. Of course, your highness, I shall. Wait a moment. It's hard to see you squinting through my keyhole. You look like yourself, but something is different. Something is wrong. How dare you? Step aside and let me pass. Humans are so complex. One demand one day, another the next. But I'm afraid we doors are quite simple. We are either open or shut, locked or unlocked. I am shut, for you to have told me never to let you pass without your wings and crown. Oh, great. Thankfully, I have some wings and a crown. Hello, doll. It's me again, the Forgotten. As you can see, I look very forgotten now, so I guess you'll be opening for me, right? You do look more like my creator now, as they once appeared long ago. Though something about you still doesn't seem quite right. Do you dare risk my wrath, or I suppose that's fair. I do not wish to displease your highness. Of course there are challenges and dangers in the castle much greater than me. If you are trying to deceive, if you're not my creator, then I'll surely fail to pass through one of the next doors. But for now, I shall swing open and let you proceed. I'm just going to take a break. I'll be back with you soon.